Going on up in Carson City with our state lawmakers. They have accomplished a bit of business here, I would say, in this short term that they've been together during this 2025 legislative session. And it is meaningful because it does have impacts on you, the viewing public. Here's our Steve Wolford.
State lawmakers are now 17 calendar days into Nevada's 83rd legislative session, and they've already come together to address egg prices by lifting the state's ban on eggs that don't come from cage-free poultry farms. But according to Democratic Assembly leader Steve Yeager, federal budget cuts could have a huge impact on Nevadans.
This is the first week where I feel like we've reached kind of like a normal flow of the session, but we've started hearing bills. The members seem to be in good spirits. They're getting along with one another, which is always good.
Assembly Speaker Steve Yeager summing up week 3 of the session, and getting along will be important. They'll need to play nice because Governor Lombardo has veto power and the Dems don't have enough votes in either chamber for an override. On the to-do list, balance the budget, which won't be easy, especially with the possibility of losing federal dollars that make their way to Nevada and blowing a $2 billion hole in the budget.
I think we would be in a very untenable situation of having to cut services, and I don't know how we would do that. You know, coming into the pandemic, we didn't know how we would do it either, and we found a way. It was awful. It was painful.
There's a lot of speculation. They're talking about Medicaid cuts. What we do know is that about a third of our state budget depends on federal dollars, and that a good portion of our Medicaid budget depends on federal dollars. And I think what officials are really worried about right now is what happens if we lose this funding and we aren't prepared for it.
Tabitha Mueller covers the state legislature for the Nevada Independent and says it's concerning for lawmakers because 800,000 Nevadans, 1 in 4 residents, rely on Medicaid. And Mueller says Governor Lombardo still seems to be on the fence about incentives to bring more movie production to Nevada.
He was open to a proposal for expanded film tax credits. He's not a no or a yes on it yet, but as the legislature kind of assesses expanding our film tax credit program, because you have companies like Warner Brothers Discovery and Sony Pictures Entertainment who are looking to kind of get involved in this space.
Yeager says bills to create more affordable housing and lower drug prices are on the table, also a state lottery. But he says that would require a big investment just to get it started, and lawmakers will need to know if it can actually make money for the state. In his words, stay tuned. I'm Steve Wolford, News 3.